Hello, everyone. Welcome back. My name is Francis Samuel Akwabing, and today I'm going to relate what I found on the Bureau of Labor Statistics page for Computer and Information Systems Managers to chapters 13 and 14 from our textbook. Chapter 13 is about how information systems are built, from the system development life cycles through to requirements gathering, the design, implementation stage, testing stage, and deployment. Chapter 14 is about making a business case for those systems and how to manage IS projects, from cost benefit analysis to risk to project scheduling to resources and so on. The Bureau of Labor Statistics info gives real world insight into how managers actually do those things, how they plan, what they look for, and how they manage people and resources. In chapter 13, the textbook teaches us that building information systems involves multiple stages. Uh, Starts from gathering requirements from users to designing the system, to choosing hardware or software, to programming or configuring, then testing, then deploying and maintaining the system. It also emphasizes the importance of aligning system specifications with organizational goals and ensuring quality through testing and feedback loops. Good systems aren't just technically correct, they solve real business problems. They are maintainable and are accepted by users. Then in chapter 14, we dive into how to make the business case for the new information system. You know, you're dealing with a new information system, you have to estimate the cost, how much it's going to take. You have to also brainstorm, talk about the benefits, the tangible and intangible benefits, uh, deal with the risks, and plan how you're going to manage the project. That is to talk about or plan how long it's going to take, which is the timeline, staffing, the budget, and the scope. It also covers methods like return on investments and payback period, plus project governance, who is responsible, how stakeholders are involved, and how to monitor progress. So between chapters 13 and 14, you get both the how and the why. How you build systems and why those systems are worth investing in. The Bureau of Labor Statistics page for computer and information systems managers gives us a profile of what people in those roles do. They let us know. The BLS page for computer and information system managers gives us a profile of what people in those roles do. They plan, they coordinate, and direct an organization's computer related activities. And among their duties, they also analyze IT needs. They are also always recommending upgrades, planning installation or maintenance of hardware and software. They're always ensuring security, tight security, assessing costs and benefits of new projects, and they are always justifying funding. They also oversee a work of the work of they also oversee the work of system analysts, developers, security analysts, and support specialists. They also oversee the work of systems analysts, developers, security analysts, and support specialists. Let's connect with chapter 13. When a systems manager analyzes IT needs and recommends upgrades, that's similar to the requirements gathering phase. When they plan and direct installation and maintenance of hardware or software, that ties into design and implementation. Also, ensuring security, evaluating vendors, maintaining processes, those are all parts of building a system that works and is reliable and meets the needs. The Bureau of Labor Statistics duties shows that building systems isn't just about writing code. It's about planning, coordinating many teams, and ensuring design decisions align with what the organization needs. Without those steps, problems like cost overruns, scope creep, or misfit systems do happen and will happen. Moving on to chapter 14, BLS, which is the Bureau of Labor Statistics information, shows that part of the job is assessing costs and benefits of new projects and justifying funding. That's exactly making the business case. Also, determining personal needs, planning work of other IT staff, negotiating with vendors, and so on are all parts of project management. These duties of a systems manager map to the textbook sections on resource allocation, scheduling, risk management, scope control, and among others. For example, when you negotiate with vendors, that influences cost and quality. And when you plan installations or upgrades, you have to schedule, you have to manage stakeholders, you have to manage risks. These are all textbook project management skills in action. Imagine a large hospital wants to upgrade its patient record system. The IT manager first gathers requirements, information like what doctors, nurses, billing, IT security need, and among others. Then the estimate cost. I mean, the cost of the new software licenses, the cost of hardware, the cost of training, and any other cost. Then they make a business case to hospital leadership and say, oh, this new or this patient's record system is going to help reduce errors, it's going to improve patients' outcomes, and it's definitely going to save time. As a project manager, they schedule phases, design, pilot, deployment. They pick vendors, they test, train staff, and after that, they go live and they monitor the performance of the patient's record system. Another example is Walmart's rollout of online grocery pickup. Information system managers had to collect requirements from customers, store staff, and logistic teams, then design systems that tied ordering to inventory and scheduling. From the business case perspective, managers had to justify the investment as a way to compete with Amazon and provide convenience for shoppers. The project required careful piloting in select stores, training employees, and negotiating with technology vendors. That's a direct application of chapters 13 and 14, building the system and managing it as a business project. From my research, I learned a few things and I'd like to share three of them. One is building systems well means jumping back and forth between planning, designing, and understanding needs. You can't just rush implementation. There's a whole process you have to go through. Secondly, justifying a project to leaders requires translating technical tasks into business value. They might not see it how you see it, so you have to let them see it from the business perspective. How will this save time? How will this save money? How will this reduce risk? How will this improve productivity? The third point is project management skills, like setting scope, managing staff, contracting, scheduling. They are just as essential as technical skills for a system manager. If I were in that role, I'd make sure to build small pilots first, get stakeholder buy-in, document expectations clearly, and build in checkpoints to manage risks. Summary, chapter 13 gives us a framework for building systems, that is from the requirement stage to design, testing, and deployment stage. And chapter 14 covers how to make the business case and manage projects so those systems succeed. The Bureau of Labor Statistics info shows that role managers do all this. I mean, the planning, justifying projects, supervising teams, negotiating with vendors, ensuring security, and among others. And the Walmart example proves how these textbook lessons play out in practice. If you want to succeed in information system, you need both the technical side and the project or business role or business side. Thanks for listening, and I hope this was insightful. Tune in next time. Have a good day. Bye.